Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today we're going to work through some of that form builder stuff we were working on last time, where it just because I guess just how the data was being rendered, I didn't really have a good understanding of what was happening. So I think it's time to dig in a little bit deeper, make sure that we get that all figured out and looking like we want it to look. I'm going to change a few things, and I did do a few things already before the stream. The first one was to get rid of the labels, just visually, so they're still there in the code for screen readers to read. So now I'm just using placeholders to fill in the data, or I guess to show what the field is supposed to do. I removed a div from the field to allow the width to work properly, but I'm thinking I'm going to add that back in. And then I set the placeholders like I said. So that's what I've done so far, and I'm going to change some of that though, because I think I'm going to go for more of a single column view for the form, and I need to add a message. So before I do any of that though, I would like to get my project up to date, because I have been getting errors, and I think some of the errors might be from my payload version. So I'm going to come down to our package, and yeah, so I'm still on 3.5. I'm just going to select all of these payload projects, and I just did a video covering how to do this, and I did that because I wanted to make sure that on live I didn't have any errors or bugs that I had to troubleshoot before getting back into this. So I believe that's all of the 3.5s, and they're now on 3.11. So I now need to run, oh, that's going to use npm, that's going to take forever and probably be wrong. So let's go to terminal and do pnpmi and let that do its thing. And so this is going to let me do a little bit more with join fields a little bit later. So I'm excited for that. They introduce like default column. It can access join fields and arrays now. So all of that's great stuff. They also have exposed the rec object to default values. So there's a lot of great stuff I can do up on 3.11 compared to 3.5 for sure. But we wanted to make sure that there was no errors taking place when we did that. So now I should be able to just refresh this and everything should be fine. At least that's how it was on the video that I just recorded. That obviously was a little bit less of a complicated project though. So one thing I will mention is that this warning here, no email adapter provided, is kind of getting in the way. I think I just need to I have plans to do a video on getting SendGrid set up. So I think I just need to suck it up and do it, because this will allow me to, one, get rid of this warning, but then two, be able to use this form fully, because it'll send an email to me for me when this is done. For now, like right now, all it does, if I go to my admin panel, so we have down here our forms, the form submission shows up here. So cool, it's nice to see, but I'd rather have it sent to my email. It's just a better use case of the form. So looks like things have worked. It does not look like the form error has gone away. So let's just double check to make sure that type of form does not equal string. So then it's saying that Boolean is not an option. Okay, so regardless, we know that the form shows up, so we're okay there. Let's worry about styles first. So let's take a look here. We've got our form block, which is what we're looking at. And we're going to come down, and one of the divs that I removed is right here. So what I can do though is here. So the div was wrapped around this div, and then I need to add a key, which I believe is just index. So that means I don't need this key here, and then when I do this, it should put this back to a single column view. That's okay with me right now. The next thing I want to do, just so I have everything that I'm supposed to be working with, is go back to this form go to contact and add a message. So not a confirmation message, an actual message. Let's collapse all. Let's add a field message, and this is going to be a rich text, so I can use probably heading 1, just do contact. And then if you want to reach me, contact me here. So now if I save this and come back over here, perfect. So now when I expand this, nothing's going to happen still. Interesting. Okay, let's go back to how Payload had this website template. Front end, and I'm just going to do full screen for this. All right, so we're in the front end, and I know it's in the block. We'll go to form message. So index. So that's, I believe, what we have right now. Though they have it as width 100, like that. All right, so that's not erroring out like it used to, so that's good. Let's see if that does anything. It shouldn't, but just in case. Yeah, I didn't think so. Great, so now we'll go back. Interesting. All right, so now we can go to our width index and make sure that this styling is still right. The reason I say that is I may have changed it. So let's go over here, go to width, yes, okay, so get rid of all of that. So it still says max width of 100%. So I know there is something that sets the class name. Oh, it's right there. So that's the fields.txt. Got our config, not what we're looking for, because this is the actual like block. It's, yes, the actual block itself. I did say that right. All right, so then this should still be a copy and paste of what I had before. Oh yeah, and then intro content. So I did delete those. Let's see if that adds anything back. Got a component. Where are we? Okay, so here we go. So set the return. Oh no, I did leave that in. Okay, enable intro content. So this can go up to the top for sure. Making me work this the hard way. Okay, so I don't see much to add to the message. So what is this enable intro from the form block type? So we come here to our config is where I actually want to go. So we need to figure out how to enable our intro content. So let's go full screen again. Let's do plugins, form builder. Okay. So let's see, just make sure message is doing what I think it should be doing. Maps to reject on your front, use to display an arbitrary message to the user anywhere in the form. So I don't think this is actually what I'm looking to do. So options, maybe? Fields, no, because this is, let's do basic usage. Plugins, form builder plugin, okay. So then let's see, Here, this is a blog for it, how it works, forms collection, form submissions, not what I'm looking for, demo, okay. Simply import the package and add it to your plugins array, did that. Okay, so I need to add a form block, which I don't know if I have done. So let's go and do that. So we have our form, which means then in here, we're going to create a new TypeScript file and we'll call it config. And since we're really copying from here, this is a better place to, I think, get what I need. That's the example. So that's not what I'm looking for. This is the form block. So if I do this, looks like everything is working right. So I can hit save for this. And then now if I go to edit, and refresh, well, let's save just in case. I don't know if it will, but then refresh. Okay. Pages collection that blocks form block. Let's take a look then. So in our page config here, we will, in our blocks, it appears. Oof, blocks. Add our form block from our config. Okay, did that. Now we go over to our, not our forms, we need to go to pages. And then on our contact page, this is actually good because what I want to do is get rid of anything in the hero section. There's the form that it's a relationship to, but we'll get rid of that. Come here and do our add a block, add a form, and have contact here, enable intro content, which then I can set and be our contact us. And then if you wanna reach me, do it here, save that. And so nothing's gonna happen because this is, I believe, the wrong form to reach by. So now it's actually not there. Weird. Okay, so let's hold off on this real quick. Go back here, go to the API. So, So problem is that there is a hero section there, so no real way to clear that I'm aware of. So then, yes, okay, so the form is content dot. The problem is that I don't want this to always be in the first position. So, well, I guess it, yeah, so it's just unleashing the content there. So I think we're okay. So then we'll want this again, but since it's required, well, not required, but not unrequired, let's go. So I'm still getting the error, but let's see what happens here. All right, I got a button. I have hero.image. That should fix that, I think. Nope, okay. Image dot. All right, there we go. So now we're not getting anything from the form block except for this button. But I do see information here. So let's do this where I'll go back to the form component and just make sure and copy and paste all of the form components. I can always just undo it. Oh, that's right. I still have to change this to import serialized lexical. Do my own here. Do no, not notes, nodes dot root dot children dot root dot children. And I don't have enable gutter in mind, so I can hit false to that. All right, so not getting anything there. All right, so let's go back here then to the blog. An email did that. All right, so I don't actually know what the problem I'm running into is. So let's just restart, make sure that we're good there. All right, so yes, still no luck. So message is not what I'm looking for. So let's go contact. Oh, that's not even what I was looking for either. Go to edit. Let's edit this form, get rid of the message. And I have name, email, and message, or a different message, yes. but still. The following field is invalid form. So what is this doing then? Form block type. Okay, so it is looking for... So am I just sending too much then? Let's go back here. Or not enough. All right, well, let's see what they're doing then. If we go to form, well, not even, so we'll go to front end. We'll look at, I don't imagine it would be here. Oh, it would be. No, maybe. Oh, slug, that's what I'm looking for. Go to page. Then can go to their render blocks, which is maybe where I'm running into issues here, but let's see. Render blocks is in their blocks. Oh, okay, so if I go to blocks, I should see render blocks here, and then I should see their form block somewhere in here. Yeah, form block. Okay, so then I need to add that to my show blocks, which means that this is going to be useless here in a minute. Where's my show blocks? I should be under components. Oh, I can get to it through there. All right, so then we can do case form block, return form block component. That should be blocks that enable intro, and this should be blocks dot form. I don't actually know if that's the right. It is the right name. Okay. So then we can go back to our contact page. And then do I need to, what happened? Enable intro content should be there, which means form block, fields, confirmation, message, redirect emails, created at enable intro. Should be set to true. Blocks enable intro should be true. Yeah, let's just see what happens if I set enable intro to true. Interesting. Inspect. Again, just double checking to make sure that nothing's in here that I can't see. Does not look like it, but I do see it in here. Content. And then it's looking through block type. And then it took the form. Good. Enable intro, which means that intro content. All right, so blocks, enable intro, blocks, intro content. Is there anything else here I should include? It does not appear to be so. Come back here, and there we go. So now we have our intro content and we have our form, neither of which are styled how we want it to be, but at least they're working. And if I were to fill out the form, well, there's my other email address. We all have a bunch of these. All right. And then I can do the contact. We can see confirmation message, which I can set that to be different, but I can see that we've received a new message from me. So let's go back to our edit page, go to our contact form, and we're going to change our confirmation message to just be a little bit bigger, just for now. Okay, so in good shape there, and we should see now we have 2 form submissions here.